Hello again, this is the course of computer programming from the Industrial and Management Engineering, Hankook University of Foreign Studies. In this chapter, we are going to learn about section 4, which is related to repetitions, or some literatures mention it is about loops. And let's see what we are going to learn on this chapter. So there are three agendas. So we are going to learn about repetition or loops. We will learn the variants of the repetition like while, do while, for loop. And also we are going to learn about the nested loops. How can we deal with the multiple while, multiple do while, multiple for loop, and some other alternative with conditional loop. For example, if you include break, continue, cumulative, and sentence value. So we are going to start with repetitions. What is repetition? Okay, let's suppose you want to print a string. Okay, you know that you want to print a string, then you will do with the system.out.println welcome to Java. Okay? And if you want to print 3 times, then you will have 3 lines. Okay, so the 3 lines are the first one is this one and this one and this one. Okay, if you have 100 times, what will you do? Are you going to print 100 lines? Okay, it will be very tedious if you write all those things. Okay, for example, this one. Are you going to print like these lines? Yeah, that's something you can do with the copy and paste from one line to another line, but it's not efficient. Yeah, we are going to learn about the while loop. What is the while loop? Okay, so while loop is one of the variant for the repetition. So we are going to use the while. So we call it this while statement. And in the while statement, there is a condition. Okay, the condition will be inside of the bracket. The condition will be inside of the parenthesis. And if the condition is true, okay, if this one is true, oops, yeah, it is true. Okay, if it is true, then the statements inside of the curly bracket, so those are the place for the statement, it will be executed. Okay, if you are doing with the flowchart, you can see like this one. Okay, so this diamond symbol is to represent the condition. Okay, so you know that when we learn about the condition, this diamond symbol represent the condition, it is true or false. If the condition is true, then you will do something. If your condition is false, then you will do another thing. Then in this case, if you have a true condition, okay, if you have a true condition, then you will do the statements, and the statements will be keep going until the condition become false. Okay, so if the condition become false, what happened? Then you will not do the statements, but you will go to the next statement, or you will exit. Okay, so for example, you can see in the right part. Okay, in the right part you have the integer count equals to 0. So you want to define one variable, and the variable count equals to 0, and while count less than 0, it means we know that the count is now 0. Okay, so 0 is less than 100. Yes. Okay, then we will print welcome to Java. And then when after we print the welcome to Java, then we have count plus plus. What is plus plus? Yeah, you're correct. So we have the variable count will be added by 1. Then we have count count becomes 1. Okay. If count becomes 1, then we will check. 1 is less than 100. Yes. Then we will do again welcome to Java. Count will be added by 1. Then we will have condition now become 2. Okay. 2 less than 100. Yes. Then we will again print welcome to Java. and then count will be added by 1, then it will be 3, and yeah, so on and so on and so on until we get 100. So we will have 100 lines. So this is the while loop, and let's see if we are doing with this one with Java. Okay, let's use the Eclipse. I hope that you already opened your Eclipse, and let's see if I'm doing this. Okay, let me make a new package. Okay, you can make a new package here, and then I will make a section 04. So I will use this section to give you some examples, and you can get the files. So I already share some files in this in the lecture notes. So later you can use those Java files. I will teach you how to put those files into your Eclipse. Okay. So let's say I'm just making the while loop. Okay, and then yeah, I will just give the min, and then let's say I'm just doing this one. Let me just copy and paste this here. So actually you can type, you can type by yourself. Okay, you have the integer count equals to 0 and while count is less than 100, and then you will print. Okay, now if you run this and you can just press Control F11, then okay, you get 100 times. Because it's too many 100, maybe you cannot see. Let's say it's just 9, then you will see here. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 9. Okay, now with this kind of loop you can just you can adjust the condition. If the condition, yeah, until 9, then it will print 9. If you have 100, then it will print under 100. So the idea of this while loop is something like this one. Okay, first you will initialize, and then you will check if the condition is true or not. Because count is 0, then it is true, so we'll print. And then count will be added by 1 because it is count plus plus. So again, you will check count is less than 2, yes, because 1. Yeah, count is 1. So we will print again, welcome to Java, and then we will add the variable count. Now count becomes 2. So you will check count less than 2, no. 2 less than 2, no. So it false, and it will exit. Let's see one example. Okay, so I give you the file section for the zip. Okay, if you have the file, yeah, you can just uh, maybe encode an upchuk pulgi. Okay, so you can open the files. Okay, so in my case, yeah, you can open the files. You can in my computer I have the 7-zip, so you can just extract files. Okay, if you have your other software for opening this zip file, then you can use those software. In my case, I already opened the zip file, and then I got this folder. So you can just copy and paste all the Java file. Okay, so you can just select all, and then you can just select copy, and after you copy those files, you can go to the Eclipse and then go to the section 4. So I was creating this section because it is the section 4 that we are going to learn about those, and you can just copy and paste here. So you can paste all those things, and then yeah, finish. Okay, because now I'm making all those files inside the package name section 04, so there are no errors. Okay, so whenever you have the files, you need to check what are the statements inside of the files in order to check whether it is correctly paste or not. Okay, so in the case of guest number, okay, we have one example here. Okay, no, guest number one time. Oh, okay, it's not this one. Guest number one time. Okay, not this one. Let's see. Guest number one time. Okay. Now, in this example, you will learn about how can we guess a number. So this example, you have the integer number, and then you have the math random multiplied by 101. Oops, what is it? It's interesting, right? So I already give you one explanation, okay? So if you have method random, it returns a double value with a positive sign greater than or equal to 0.0 and less than 1.0. Okay, so I can give you one example. So before I make this class, okay, so let's see, I have the system method random. Okay, let me check this one. Okay, method random multiplied by 101. Okay, so maybe I do not want to multiply first, so you can just, if you run, then you will get the number 0.57 blah blah blah. If you run again, then you will get another number. Okay, if you run again, you will get another number. Now if I want to make a number between 0 until 100, so I can make 100 or I can make just 101 in order to avoid in order to give the number as 100. Okay, if you have 100, then maybe the maximum number is 99, so you cannot get the maximum. Okay, so if I have 101, then I can get 100. Then yeah, you can see now the number is 47 and something. So in this code, we are making it as an integer. You know what is integer here? That's correct. So the number, which is a double, it will be casting. It will be casted, or it will change the data type into integer, because we want to get the number into integer. And then we have the scanner, so we want to get the user's input. So the user need to guess a magic number between 0 until 100. So the number which the user guess will be inserted into the variable guess. And what happened here? If you are using the conditional, so if you, okay, I hope that you already reviewed the course about the conditional. If you use the conditional, you guess you have if, else if, and else. Now, if the guess equals to the number, then it will be printed like this one. Yes, the number is the number. But if the guess is greater than the number, what happened? Yeah, if your guess number is greater than the mathematical random, then it is too high. Okay, your number is too high. Or yeah, if it is not equal, it is not greater than the number, then the number is too low. Okay, so if I run this, enter a number. So I put 50. Your guess is too high. So and stop. Okay, you can use this kind of if, but if you stop, then you cannot guess until the correct answer. So we can use the guess number. Okay, what is the guess number? Okay, basically it is the same. You have the random number, and then you want to multiply with the 101. But okay, next, yeah, I have the input, and then the scanner is here, and then you want to get the user's input, but now the user input should be many times. Okay, so you cannot get only one time, but you need to get it many times. How can you get the user many times? So maybe you think, okay, should I give a lot of lines? No. So that's why it is important to understand the concept of the repetition. So we are using the integer guess. Now it equals to -1. Oh, why? Why do we need to use the -1, not 0? So, okay, for the initial value, you can assign any value. Okay, but if you put 0, what happened? So the random number is starting from 0. Okay, and if the random number is 0, 0 multiply 101, then it is 0. Okay, and if you put this number as 0, then yeah, sorry, if you put guess -1 as, yeah, if you put it as 0, then if the number from the metronome is 0, then it equals. Okay, so you do not want to have that kind of condition, so let's make it just negative. So the negative number, it can be any number, so -10 or -100, no problem, but I just make it simple. Okay, -1. And I have the first case. If the case, okay, so this is the condition, right? If the case is not equal to the number, okay, so if your guessing is not equal to the number, then let's keep looping, let's keep repeat it. If you were going to repeat this process, then you will check input your guess. Okay, I'm guessing the number. So if the number is correct, okay, yes, the number is this one, then it will loop again to this condition. If the number is not correct, it will be looping. But if the number is exactly the same with the guessing, then it will stop. Okay, hope you can understand this concept. So the idea of the if is still the same. It is just only to print the result. But the condition here is the important thing to make the loop. Yeah. Now let's run this function. Enter your guess. Let's see, 50. Okay. Oh, my guess is too high. Then maybe 30. Oh, my guess is too low. Let's say 40. My guess is too high. Then 35. Oh, it's too high. 32. It's too low. 33. Yes, the number is 33. Okay. Yeah. So with this kind of while loop, then you can try to repeat until a particular condition is satisfied. Okay. Be careful whenever you use this kind of condition. Yeah, you will need to uh, avoid the condition with the floating point. Yeah. What is the meaning by floating point? You know that you learn about the data type is double, integer, okay, and then you have like float, and you have the byte, word, okay. So those kind of numbers you need to avoid the floating point. The floating point means the number with decimal. Since the floating point values are approximation for some values, using them could result in imprecise counter values and inaccurate results. Let's say like this one. If you are making 1 plus 0.9 plus 0.8 plus blah, blah, until 0.1, the result would not be very accurate. Okay, let's make this. Item 1 and double. Okay, let me just copy this one, and then I'm making the first where is this? Okay, I have the while loop. Okay, let me just change this one, and then okay. What happen if I run? Okay, nothing happen here. Okay, so it means it is infinite loop. So the program is running and running. You cannot see the result because it's still running. Yeah, so you need to stop here. You can see it. There is a time limit here. So you when you stop, then okay, it stops. The program need to stop in order to uh, run other things. Let's see. If I want to know what is the result here, system.out print line item. Okay, so I want to print the item. Then if I print this, okay, you can see it. So the number keeps moving to the negative because what is the result? We have item equals to 1 and then double sum equals to 0, and if item not equal to 0. Okay, so the variable item is a data type, is a number with the data type double, and then I want to know if the item equals to 0, then sorry, if item is not equal to 0, then we will do the summation, sum plus equal item. You know this one? Yeah, this is equals to sum plus item. Okay, and then we have the item minus equal 0, 1. So this one equals to item minus 0.1. Okay, then you know this process will be iterated, and if the item equals to 0, it will yeah, it will stop. Okay, so the item is not equal to 0, then it will keep looping until the item equals to 0. Okay, until the condition is false. What is false? Item equals to 0. So the variable item starts with 1 and is reduced by 0.1 every time the loop body is executed. So the loop should terminate when the item becomes 0. So there is no guarantee that the item will be exactly 0 because it is the floating point. Okay. So the loop or the code seems okay, but actually it is infinite loop. Okay, we call it is infinite loop because the loop is never ending. Okay. The next that we are going to learn is about do while. Okay. Do while, it is a similar concept with the while loop, but the only difference is the condition. Okay, if we are doing with the while loop, the condition is in the first part. Okay, you can see here the condition here is in the later part or in the end. So from the flowchart, you can check if the condition is true, then we will do statement. However, the first statement will be executed first. So they will not check the condition first, but they will do something first and then check the condition. Okay. So while loop is we will check the condition and then do. For the do while, we will do the execution and check. Okay. So that's the difference. So first is you will execute and then Boolean expression is checked. As long as it is true, then the loop is executed again. If it is false, then the loop is exited. Okay, so this equivalent with something like this one. Yeah, you will have the statement. Okay, the first statement will be executed. After you execute the first statement, then you will check the condition. Yeah. So that's the idea about the do while. Okay, now let's see the example. Okay, in the example, you will see the case number 2. Okay, in the case number 2, now we have a random function. Okay, now what is random function here? Okay, what is the difference with this random and the math random that we learned before? Now you will need to understand the concept of the class. Okay, what is class? So we have the class name, case number 2. And in this case, we are using the random function. So we use the random class, sorry, not random function. We use the random class in order to make an object. So this is one object, random. The idea is the same with the scanner. Okay, you know the scanner. When you have the scanner, you will give the input. You will have a variable, or this variable is regarded as an object. Now you will have random function, and then you will have the input, and then now you set the minimum and the maximum 1 and 100. Okay, so we have the random dot next int. Oh, what is it? So you can use the method random function. It is a built-in function in Java, and your number can be generated between 0 and 1. However, in the random, this one, using the random class, you can specify what number you want to produce. So if you want to produce integer, then it will automatically produce integer number. If you want to produce like double value, then you can also use the double value. Or for example, you want to produce a character, then it's also possible. Yeah. But now let's focus on the integer. Now we have the max minus min plus 1 plus min. Oh, what is it? So we are making the random number. The random number should be in a particular range. Okay. So the random number will not exceed the maximum, okay, and will not below the minimum, because whenever we have the number, okay, the number should be in between the max minus min plus 1 plus min. Okay, let's see if I have okay, let me just delete this one. I have a random function. Okay, oh good, it automatically create the import function. Okay, and then I have the I want to create random dot next. Okay, you can see the random function when you press dot. So there are many options. You want to get the boolean, double, float, Gaussian, integer, and the integer is in the bound. The bound means in the particular boundary. If you want to generate a number in the boundary, then you need to make the value, for example, in the boundary of 50. Okay, I want to make a boundary this one. Then you will print 11. Okay, if you do again, then it will print 23. It will print 39. It will print 38. So this mean that the number that you are going to generate is in this number. Okay, so I want to ensure that 100 minus 1 plus 1. So I have 100, and whenever I have a number, I want to add it with the minimum, because I know that if it is a random with the boundary, a particular boundary, it can be generated between 0 until 100. Okay, so this is another option. You don't need to make the method random again with multiply 101, but you can use this way to generate the random number. Now you have the integer user, and then let's say I have the 0 as the starting point, as the starting number for the cases. Okay, so let's make the case, and let's input it into the variable user, and cases will be added by 1. Now if the user is greater than com, then my number is less than the user. If user is less than com, then my number is greater than user. And you can do the nesting. If the condition is equal, then well done, computer, or yes, the number that is generated from the random number is the same with the number you guess. Okay, you guess it in guesses. Okay, what is it? Okay, I have plus plus, so it means every time I guess, the numbers will be added. The numbers will be added, so you will know how many times you guess. Yeah, and after you do those statements, you will check while user not equal to com. Yeah, while the input from user does not equal to the random number, then it will be looping. looping until the result occurs. Okay. Okay, I guess I will stop here for the first session. So I will continue the next page in the next video. Okay, so make sure that you understand about the concept of repetition. I will come back with the next video. See you.